All right, let's get right into it. You know, in the crypto market, clarity is everything. But what happens when one single ticker symbol points to two totally different projects? Well, that's the exact puzzle we're cracking today with the ticker PRL. It's a wild story of AI hype, a ton of investor confusion, and some really important lessons that, honestly, apply to everyone in this space.
And this, right here, is the heart of the problem. Depending on where you look, PRL is either the next big breakout star in artificial intelligence, or it's a dead environmental project that's basically a ghost coin. So which one is it? And maybe more importantly, how on earth does this even happen? We're going to untangle this whole mess right now. Now check this out. This slide just lays the whole confusion bare. On the left, you've got the new hotshot Perle, the AI project. It's trading around 15 cents and getting listed on new exchanges. But on the right, you've got Perle.eco trading for a tiny fraction of a penny and getting delisted. The names are almost identical, but their stories couldn't be more opposite. And that's the key here. Mixing these two up isn't just a small mistake. It could be a financially devastating one.
So, let's start with the one that's been making all the noise lately, the new AI-focused Perle. This is the project you're probably seeing lighting up the charts and blowing up on social media.
So what's the big idea here? Well, Perle is trying to be the essential plumbing for the future of AI. It's taking on this massive problem called model collapse. Think about it like this. You make a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy, right? Eventually, the quality just turns into a blurry mess. That's kind of what happens when AIs learn from other AI-generated data. Perle's big solution is to create a marketplace for real, verified, human-labeled data, making sure these AI models learn from reality, not from some distorted digital echo. And its launch? Wow, it was a masterclass. This wasn't some quiet little release. No, this was a coordinated blast-off on multiple major exchanges all at the same time. That's a serious power move, you know? It signals a ton of preparation and some pretty significant financial backing. You combine that with a really compelling story and a smart airdrop that rewards people for holding, not just for flipping, and you can see exactly why the initial hype was so massive.
But as any trader who's been around the block knows, a powerful launch doesn't always mean it's going to be a smooth ride. So let's shift gears and look at the actual price action and see how that hype held up against reality in that chaotic first week.
And this is a perfect example of just how fragile a brand new coin can be. Look here, on March 30th, the price jumps almost 5%. Why? Because an exchange ran a promotion with an $80,000 prize pool. It created this little burst of artificial demand. But then, look at the very next day, a nearly 16% crash. And the reason for that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was simply a lack of new, positive news. In these early days, momentum is the fuel, and as soon as the news cycle went quiet, the whole engine just stalled out.
Okay, now we need to pivot. We've looked at the new, hot project. But to really, truly understand the danger here, we have to look at the other Perle, the ghost of this ticker's past. For a lot of crypto projects, this right here is the nail in the coffin. What you're looking at is an official announcement from Binance, a total titan in the industry, saying they're delisting Perlin, also known as Perle.eco. When a project gets cut off from a major source of trading volume like Binance, it's not just bad news. For many, it's the point of no return. And believe me, this isn't some rare freak accident. It's a textbook example of a huge risk in this market. This quote says it all. For these small altcoins, the threat of getting delisted is one of the absolute biggest dangers out there. It just vaporizes liquidity, it shatters investor confidence, and it can kickstart a death spiral that the project just never ever recovers from.
So let's use this whole Perle cautionary tale to zoom out a bit. We're going to break down the bigger dangers that every single investor really needs to be aware of when you're trying to navigate the wild, wild world of altcoins. First up, let's talk about something called a value trap. This is when an asset looks insanely cheap, but guess what? It's cheap for a very, very good reason. Perle Eco is down over 99.9% from its peak. A new investor might see that and think, whoa, what a bargain, it's got to go up from here. But in reality, that rock bottom price is just a reflection of deep, fundamental problems. It's not a bargain, it is absolutely a trap.
I mean, the life and death of Perle Eco is a perfect case study for all these hidden risks. Its delisting created a liquidity nightmare, its value collapsed because, well, the long-term vision just didn't happen. And like so many other small coins, it existed in this space with very little regulation, which makes it an easy target for everything from market manipulation to the team just straight up abandoning it. It's a masterclass in what can go wrong.
So what's your defense toolkit look like? It really boils down to these 4 critical things. Number 1, do your own research. Go deeper than just the ticker and the hype. 2, diversify. Please, don't let one bad bet sink your entire portfolio. 3, use tools like stop-loss orders to automatically protect your downside. And finally, the golden rule: never, ever, ever give in to FOMO, the fear of missing out. Trade your plan, not your emotions.
All right, let's bring it all home. We started with a really confusing ticker symbol, but this whole journey has revealed a much, much deeper lesson about how to survive and even thrive in the crypto market.
To put all of this into perspective, just look at this number. There are over 47 million different cryptocurrencies out there. The overwhelming majority of these are eventually going to go to zero. Successfully navigating a field this huge requires more than just spotting trends. It demands serious, relentless diligence.
So the next time you see some ticker going viral, I want you to remember the Perle puzzle. The default question everyone asks is, what's the next big thing? But the smarter question, the one that will actually protect and grow your money in the long run, is this. In a sea of literally millions of projects, how do you find what's actually real?